Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here. I kind of took my gloves off and put them over there. Forget it. So I'm just not gonna have my gloves on for this video, but it's fine. But yeah, anyways, guys, it's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for a pretty epic little video. So in this one, I guess it's titled like I don't even know what I'll title it, like Hasbro Beyblade Burst Evolution, something like along those lines. Yeah. Oh, Hasbro Beyblade Burst is awesome. I'll probably call it that. Yeah, you know. But anyways, before that, I know I'm gonna like contradict myself a little bit and talk about like some TT stuff, because like there's been like a little bit of new info. Basically, there's another random layer collection coming out. Random layer collection volume 10. Pretty excited about this one, dude. It comes with some pretty awesome layers. So I guess I'll save the non-prize ones first. So it comes with a Dragoon Phantom, which is purple. It comes with Ultra Chronos, which is black. It comes with an Arc Bahamut, which is red. That thing looks amazing. It comes with an Emperor Fornius that looks like yellowish gold, and you already know, like, I'm gonna get that random layer collection, and it's going on 24K. And also the prize layer, which is Orb Aegis. So like the one that I said was in the code, you know, it's gonna be in this random layer collection. So basically there will be a booster for it, probably, I don't know, maybe they'll release it in like October, November, something like that. But yeah, or maybe like even December. We'll just have to see when it comes out, but there's definitely going to be a stock version of it. Orb Aegis, this layer looks pretty cool. It's kind of like hexagon shaped, it has like 6 sides, and it has quite a bit of metal on it, and it has some like snake heads like put into the very center of it, but it looks like kind of round. It looks, I get kind of like Evil Eye, like the original Evil Eye is sort of like that shape, except it definitely looks bigger and like has more like detail with it. But yeah, I'm getting those vibes from it. So I'm definitely getting like defense vibes from this thing, but it's green, it has quite a bit of metal on it. But yeah, just wanted to say that. Pretty excited about it. And obviously like Hasbro's Wave 5 coming out soon. It comes with, I think, like Spryzen and Requiem. I think they're re-releasing Spryzen and Requiem in it. And also, for some reason, the Genesis Valtryek, like the orange one, I guess it might be. But it's the one, it also has like Arc Balcash and Boom Calazar, which are Beat Kukulkan and Arc Bahamut, of course. Hasbro versions. Arc Bahamut's gonna be a boss. But yeah, anyways, getting into this video. Just wanted to let that out before I actually start off with the actual video. But yeah, so this is gonna be towards, like, mainly directed towards anybody who like watches the Hasbro or like English anime, you know, the English version of the anime, like Beyblade Burst Evolution. You know, I comment on the videos like every single week. You know, I watch when it's on they upload the video onto the YouTube channel, and also like I know there are episodes on Disney, and some people like secretly like post you know, some episodes from Disney. I don't have enough time to like really watch Disney, but you know, I've seen the episodes, you know, I've seen them dubbed and stuff. And I just want to talk about like one thing I love is because like we have the language barrier, we can't fully understand every single little detail when it comes out. So like obviously I've seen the God series, but like you get the basic gist of everything because of the events that go on. But just watching, you know, watching it in English, you get like those very, very little details within the series. So like we're going on the God Bladers Cup. It's actually like in the show right now, I think on Disney. We're in the God Bladers Cup. We're just starting off with like the God Bladers Cup, except they're calling it like the Ultimate Bladers Cup. And there's some like little details in it that like without like really understanding everything, it'll be like, okay, like, why is this here? So, like, for example, basically Kurtz. So, a lot of people overlook Kurtz, you know, like, I don't know why people slept on Beat Kukulkan, because it's honestly a really good bay. Like, it is. I like it. Like, you know, it's really defensive, especially on Orbit. I think, like, Lil Suo's Beat Kukulkan combo that I made has shown that off enough. But, like, one interesting thing about Kurtz is that, like, because of the language barrier, we couldn't understand, like, it would seem like, oh, he's just getting put in here randomly. Like, this guy, yeah, he has this cool little place underground called the Underworld, you know. But just seeing the show in English, you actually, like, get some ideas about him. He's actually a really interesting character. So anybody who hasn't seen the show, if you don't want spoiler alerts, you might want to log out in, like, 5 seconds. Alright, so basically in the show, Kurtz is like the runner of the Underworld. So the Underworld is basically like down in the sewers underneath like the streets and everything. They actually have like a Beyblade community. And Kurtz is basically like the king of that community, you know, because he's like a big time boss. Now the thing about Kurtz that people wouldn't understand, like, you know, just watching the Japanese version, but in the English version they said this. So Kurtz actually used to be the #1 blader. He was the #1 blader. And it just seemed like he probably, like, he got bored. Like, he's like, oh, there's nobody that can really stand up to me. This is way before the time of, like, all the characters now. And he was just like, this is boring, and basically just, like, vanished. He vanished without, like, being beat, really, you know, and not looking really, like, you know, he's like, there's nobody, like, worthy of facing me. And then he went underground, and then he created the whole underworld scene, you know, like, there's the big underground arena, the underworld arena, and he's, like, the king of the underworld and stuff. So, like, it's just interesting to see that, though, because he was #1, and he just basically came out of the shadows for this. But they're really, really strong bladers. And even, like, the story of this, like, Red Eye, you know, he's still Red Eye, guys. Anybody's like, oh, it's Shu now, he's unmasked and stuff. No, you could tell even by the show, like, he's like, even in the battle with Boa, he's like, Boa, prepare to be destroyed. Normal Shu wouldn't say that. That's Red Eye talking. He's possessed by Spryzen, and he's still Red Eye. He's under the Red Eye persona. So when he was masked, he was still under the Red Eye persona. And he's even further gone now that he had this freaking, like, he went through the Requiem machine, the Requiem project, you know. But yeah, he goes under, like, he goes to the underworld and just, like, wrecks everybody. That was sort of the way of him just being like, oh, you know what? Like, Kurt, you may have been #1, but I'm going to destroy you in battle. Like, you're going to be wrecked. He was basically saying that. Except he just took out, like, all of his, like, minions and such while Kurt was gone and stuff. But also, like, him seeing, like, characters like Xander and Renwu and, you know, obviously Red Eye and such and Vault, it, like, you know, it pushes him. He's like, okay, these guys, he actually kind of takes them a little bit seriously. It seems like he just wants to, like, you know, battle them and be like, I'm still the king. Like, you may be new bladers and you may be strong, but I'm still going to wreck you. Doesn't matter. And that's why he sort of entered the God Bladers Cup, which that's one interesting thing that's honestly nice to see, because, you know, like, there wasn't much, like, people couldn't really understand it. It's literally the language barrier. You know, people in Japan have probably, like, understood this for the longest time, and we're just now figuring it out, like, but still, it's still really cool to see that, you know, that Kurtz was #1, and he actually has, like, a really, really big role in this, so, you know, that's one thing that's really, really cool to see. But, yeah, man, it's so far, it's, like, it's a really good show. I really enjoy just, like, understanding really, really everything with, like, evolution now. Even, like, things with, like, Norman. So Norman, even, like, how the attitude, how he is, you know, he's like, you're gonna lose to me. Like, he's basically like, you're gonna lose. And he's sort of like he's basically the #2 of the Snake Pit, you know, like, because Boa's basically, you know, like, he does, like, Ashtem or Theodore's playing with Boa. It's a given that he's been playing with Boa, because, like, he's like, Red Eye's the true strongest, and he's like, he didn't even believe in Boa in the battle against Red Eye. He didn't. He was like, okay, like, that was a little surprising. And then, like, Norman sort of being behind, like, Boa a little bit, or, like, understanding, you know, because it's still, like, the whole thing with the Snake Pit, like, you lose, you're basically out, so, like, he doesn't take Boa seriously when he loses. And then, like, Norman, it's even like, but yeah, we still have a little bit to go for Norman. I won't spoil anything about Norman. I know, but I won't tell anybody, you know, so yeah. But I just wanted to say, that's, like, one really cool thing. Like, there's a lot of development with the series that people just overlooked, you know. We can't overlook any of the little small details, because, like, I remember at first I was like, okay, so Kurtz is just kind of, like, put in here. He's, like, a part of the underworld, but, like, everybody's taking him really seriously. There's got to be something behind this guy, just besides, like, he's in the underworld and he's strong. And that's what it was, that he was the #1 blader, but now he's coming back and he's returning to try and defend his title and become, like, the #1 blader of this generation. But, you know, I won't spoil any of that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that's, like, a really cool thing to see. You know, like, I know I've said a little bit, but really, like, it is, like, all the little details that we just missed out on in this show. But yeah, I'm really excited for, like, the last episodes, because we're definitely going to get some more details that we probably might not have understood when watching God. Anybody who, like, watched the God series, like, you know, it came out, like, obviously God went through Japan already. We're on Chozetsu, and it came out, like, at the end of last year when the God Bladers Cup started. But still, like, we're getting a lot of little details that we didn't really know before, and that's one thing that I think is kind of cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to make this video on, just talking about, like, some of the little subtle details that we didn't really, you know, understand at first. But yeah, still, and even, like, Cleo, like, Cleo's a cool dude, and then, like, the whole thing with, like, Norman, like battling Norman and stuff, but he did so for Kuzo, so you can tell they're still kind of friends, even though Kuzo's still kind of freaked out by him a little bit. But yeah, anyways, also, like, Hasbro Beyblades, people can't say they're really, really bad. I mean, think about it. stock Deep K-Nox is way, way better than stock Deep Chaos. That thing doesn't burst that easily. It's really, really strong. Like, Hasbro makes some bays that were really bad under TT, strong under, you know, under Hasbro. Like, Hasbro Bearing is top tier. Deep K-Nox, honestly, is top tier for stamina. That thing doesn't burst that easily. It's really strong. And just not just that, like a bunch of other bays too. I mean, even like their custom Orpheus, like Orpheus 02, that thing's strong. It doesn't burst that easily. But yeah, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing with like, with Turbo, like the customs. They're making more customs, you know? Like, I'm excited to see how it's going to go, man. But yeah, I guess that's basically it for this video. You know, I'll figure out some sort of title to call it. But yeah, anyways, got to give Hasbro props, you know. Just saying, like, on their bays and also the shows. The show's got me hype. I'm super into the show, even though I've seen it, like, with God. Like, even just finding out these little details, I'm, like, that much, I'm still that interested in the show. And plus, like, the set that's come out, like, the Ultimate Bladers set with the 6 bays in the stadium. That looks really big. It looks kind of like a wide stadium a little bit. It looks like a pretty big stadium. But yeah, still, Hasbro putting in that work. And also Sunrights. And also, like, the app. I haven't played the app a little bit. I haven't played it in a little bit because, I mean, I've been, like, level 99 for some time. And I know there's some codes that I have to scan. But, yeah. And I got a new phone, so I got to, like, find my code and then put it in. But, yeah, it's all good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe for epic content because I upload daily and I almost burped. Ugh. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. And also, give your thoughts on, like, the show, you know, like, what you guys think about the show so far, at least for, like, Evolution, like, Hasbro's work with some bays. They obviously messed up with some, like, for example, putting, like, Edge on Yegdrion instead of Gyro, or, you know, instead of putting, like, on Y2, instead of putting Yielding or making Yielding, they put Survive, and then they put Edge again. It's like, you know, I know they messed up with some things, but still, overall, they're doing a pretty good job. They said to fix the little boo-boos that they have. But yeah, anyways, till next time, it is your boy, Kimbo, signing off. See you later. Thanks for watching. Until then, stay awesome, and let it rip. I'm up out of here.